No one in the LGBTQ has more to lose and to fear than our tea. Nerves are running high as LGBTQ Americans get ready to accept elections results. But it is transgender Americans who are feeling particularly vulnerable. According to an emotional exchange shared by an out journalist and former CNN anchor Don Lemon, he met a 52-year-old transgender woman who expressed her concerns for both her safety and health care. She told Lemon, quote, "I'm nervous and afraid," explaining she was walking around to deal with nerves when they met. She said she's scared for her safety to come tomorrow. Her greatest worry centers on her ability to access essential medical care when former President Donald Trump and conservatives win as they vowed to repeal the Affordable Care Act, which covers over 45 million people. The Trump campaign spent more than $50 million on anti-trans commercials and messages, the largest anti-LGBTQ presidential campaign expenditure in history. While she refrained from discussing her medical specifics, she acknowledged the harsh impact of anti-trans policies pushed by Republican lawmakers who have already banned gender-affirming care for youth in 24 states. Expressing her fears, she said, quote, "I can't be in a situation where I can't get the medical care I need. I have children that need the same type of medical care and is threatened overly," end of quote. Her fears also extend to the perception of trans people in society, she revealed. Quote, "I'm mocked and made fun of. I'm bullied by one group. I'm the terrifying, scary transgender woman that your family warned you about in church," end of quote. This prompted the out journalist to embrace her in a hug. The LGBTQ community has put up a great fight this election year, but as it seems, it's not enough. Her story showcases the life of the trans community in the country at present, and the community certainly deserves better. And this is what we were talking. I mean, particularly the trans community is going to suffer majorly, and access to health care that is so needed in their case. They depend on this. So yeah, the situation is not looking good in terms of services, and that's when, you know, our community has to step in the, you know, in the way of these services and grants that will support the you know, not only the trans community, but, you know, the LGBT community at large. The state of Florida probably is one of the states where this is most critical. So I hope we can address this in time.
And check in on your trans friends this week.
Yes.
Check in on them today, because I'm sure they're not okay. You know, there was an entire campaign run on every level based on lies and fear of the trans community. And now they very rightly so are probably afraid. And it's devastating.
Yeah,
I think that you can.
No, and I had the opportunity to do some background acting on a project with Dana Davis, who some of you may know, and Candace Kane, called Diaper Doll. And, you know, it's sad to think that may be a reality around the corner. So we really need to support any messages out there, you know, productions like Mary It's Mary Productions and Diaper Doll. You know, that was a humorous account, but now here we are with Trump going into power and the Republican dominating, you know, the laws of our country. We need to be strong, and we need to support not only our communities and our trans brothers and sisters, but also looking at our allies, you know, cutting ACA. Personally, that would affect me. You know, I'm at a point where I'm still working, and I have many working years, and it's too soon for Medicare. There's a big rumble out there that Medicare and Social Security is going to go away, and that's even bigger. So maybe we need to unite with those people affected as a gay community and sort of go outside of our comfort zone. And that's a big ask, but I think it's something we need to look at with our leadership in our communities.
And just like the last time that the Orange One was elected, the haters are emboldened now.
Yes.
They feel powerful, and that's when hate groups activate.
And just as an entertainer in the South Florida community, the small things that you can do. Go to these shows where you know there's a cast of trans performers. Tip them, make them feel celebrated and wanted and loved. And either before or after the show, make sure they get to their car safely, or make sure they get to the venue safely. Bolton Manors is a bubble where I can walk around looking like this and get cheers and all that good stuff. But when we're booked in South Florida, when we're booked in West Palm Beach and other areas, it doesn't feel as safe to walk from the vehicle, the car, to the venue, or to hop in an Uber where you don't know if you're going to get harassed or kicked out or lectured or worse. So show up to the events, support our trans brothers and sisters and non-binary, but also just physically make sure that they are safe as best you can. I'm not telling you to get into fights and start all that good stuff, but just keep an eye on them. Make sure if you can, offer to walk them to their car and back. Just small things like that so that they feel safe in this community for now, because things are uncertain. And to my trans family and friends, I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm here for you. I'm listening to you. Whatever you need, please broadcast it so we all know. And we are here to support you.
Absolutely.